Namaste. In today's video, I'm going to talk about narcissism. In this, I would like to talk particularly about covert narcissism. This is a kind of narcissism or a kind of behavior which is not healthy in nature. And the person who has this type of a personality disorder, they put in their entire effort, their mental power, their concentration, everything into destroying others, using and abusing others. They have motives. They have an inflated sense of pride, or it can even come out as lack of self worth. They sort of self deprecate themselves. And when you are in the company of such a person, we lose our spiritual energy. When you're on the spiritual path, it is very important that you identify these energy. They just drain away your energy. These energy draining vampires, you can call them like that. So you have to identify these people and cut all your ties with them. Otherwise, they will pull you down in consciousness. The kind of effort we put in raising our consciousness, that effort will become counterproductive if we have somebody like this person in our life. Now, the narcissistic people, they are two types mostly when it comes to narcissism. One that is, you can identify them. When you look at them, you know that they have a personality disorder. They create chaos, there's drama in life, they're very aggressive, they feel entitled, they always feel like a victim. They go about abusing and using others. They have motives. It is easy to identify these people. But is this other category. This category of narcissists, when you look at them, they come out as very pleasant people. The narcissism here is covered by sweet talk, by a kind of warmth where you trust this person and you do not realize that this person is also narcissistic, except that they are not overtly displaying their narcissistic behavior. It is underplayed, but it has very dangerous consequences for you. I have made videos on psychology, these personality disorders, and we need to understand that these people will not change. No matter how many times they apologize to you, how many times they tell you that they will mend their ways when they're caught. As long as you have this person in your life, there is drama in your life. There are motives in your life. There is somebody who's taking advantage of you, somebody who wants to abuse you. Along with them comes their lower vibrational state into our life, which we don't need. So these type of bonds are karmic bonds. You have to identify karmic bonds and cut them away from your life. So I'll talk about covert narcissism today. These are the most difficult to spot because they are genuinely good people and they are people who act like good people. These people who act like good people are the covert narcissists. So you should be able to understand who is a covert narcissist and who is a genuinely good person. Basically, narcissists are very self-centered people. They manipulate others for their gain, or they can manipulate others to destroy others' lives. They don't feel any empathy for anybody. But the covert narcissists, they can fake empathy. They are very good with you, they're very charming towards you, affectionate towards you, until they develop an attachment with you. And once the attachment gets stronger and they know that you are there in their hold, that is when you start seeing their real face. But when it comes to covert narcissism, these people are so good at wearing the mask of a good person that even when that person is next to you your entire life as your friend, you may not be able to identify that this person is a covert narcissist. But a lot of problems come into your life because of this person. It might take a lot of wisdom to actually identify these people who are acting as a friend around you. They could be your family members, they could be your colleagues. Inherently, they are jealous of you. Inherently, they just want to pull you down into states of pain, fear, confusion. Apart from that, these narcissists are basically insecure. They do not have enough self-worth. So the covert narcissist, because today's topic is about covert narcissism, I made a video earlier on people who are narcissistic and very aggressive as narcissists. I'll put a link to that video in the description box below. You can watch that video. But here, because this is covert narcissism, here I'll describe all the traits of covert narcissism. So typically, narcissists have a lot of envy. And this envy is so strong that they cannot take somebody else being happy, being successful, glowing. They don't have their own light, so they want to suck the light of somebody around them. Especially when you're on the spiritual path, because of the spiritual practices you're doing, because of the introspection you're doing, because you're trying to become a better person, there is more light within you. And this light which is there within you, it will allow you to evolve. And as you evolve, you take on more light. So you as a light being, you are very attracted to a narcissist because they don't have the light within them. There is only darkness within them. And there is this destructive rage within them. They feel like they're victims. And they use their entire energy to destroy others' lives. So when you come in contact with this person, the first few things you will notice is, if it is a covert narcissist, they try to create a lot of excitement. There's a lot of laughter, loud laughter, roaring laughter, and they try to mirror whatever you're doing. That connection feels too quick, too fast. You don't even know who this person is, but then they're laughing, joking, and they're at their best behavior. That many of these covert narcissists are very well dressed because they understand that they can create an impact through their dressing. And then there is this praising. They praise you so much. Whenever they meet you, they keep on praising you. But this is not genuine praise. This praise is a tool by which they can gain your trust. Because until or unless they gain your trust, they cannot use it against you. They are taking your power and they're using it against you. If you do not trust them, if you do not give your attention to them, they will just fall flat. They have no power over you. They will not be interested in you. They'll try to go to somebody else who has that light and who will allow them to ruin their life. These people, they get attracted to people who are having fame, who have money, who have beauty, who are intelligent, who are successful, who have a good name for themselves, maybe a good family lineage. So they like to attach themselves with people who look good, who are rich, because they're more materialistic. They're not interested in somebody who's ugly, who's poor, who needs help. They're not interested in them because these people are takers. And when they stand next to you, they're shining in your light. They feel good about themselves. And they use that feeling of feeling good and they use it against you. So they basically take your light and use the energy that they have taken from you against you. You will notice, maybe not in front of you, but In front of you, they'll be in their best behavior. You will notice maybe somewhere that by accident, if you happen to see them somewhere, you will notice that they're misbehaving with somebody who's lesser or lower than them in status. So they do not treat their servants properly. They look down upon the people who are not well off. For example, if your friend has posted a picture of hers along with her husband on social media, and if you are admiring the chemistry that is there between the husband and wife in the picture, you will notice the covert narcissist saying that there is no big TV in their house. It looks like they're poor people. So here the person is concentrating on the material things. They don't understand things like love or, the bonding. All those things they don't understand. They only understand lust. They understand attraction. And that is where it stops. Any usage of love is just their liking towards you as something, as a tool, as a source to achieve something or to get something. That's all. That is what love means to them. They can get triggered very easily, and when they get triggered, the mask falls away. There's drama. There is too much envy. There are too many grudges. They hold a lot of grudges. And you will notice that many covert narcissists, I will not say that this is a rule in case of covert narcissism, but most of them are lazy. They're very lazy. They don't want to do their basic chores. They want somebody else to provide for them. They just feed off others. They live off others, and they won't do their basic minimum things in return. They cannot give others. If they give anybody anything, it is because they're trying to create an image for themselves. And that is why you will see a lot of narcissists, when they make some charity, they will do it when they will get some fame out of it. Because these people are into image building. There is no real person in there. So they have to create an image. And the best place to create an image is when there is some kind of a calamity where a lot of people are displaced and there is a need to send some provisions or send some medicines. Here, when they donate, they make sure that the pictures come on the front page and they're smiling. Or if they don't want to donate, make any practical help, what they do is they talk about donating. There's a big talk as to how we should donate, how we should help each other, and they'll post it on social media, but they will not spend a single penny from their hand. They will offer help where you don't need it, when they know that you will refuse it. But when you are really in need, it could be a smallest of help. It could be that maybe you are stranded somewhere, you're not able to pay a cab driver, and you just need a small amount to be transferred to you. And the 30-year-old friend whom you know from childhood, who always offered to help you, now says that she has no money to send you. And she profusely apologizes for it, whereas you are stranded in a very uncomfortable situation. You may not take this matter seriously because it is a small matter. If she does not help, somebody else will help you. And you may have genuine concern for your friend because she said she had no money. But then you have to understand that a covert narcissist will never help. They talk big about helping because it makes them look good. But when it comes to action, there is no action. It is zero action. And they will just pull away the rug from beneath your feet when you really need help. It could be the smallest of help. They will not do it because it will make your life better, at least in that moment. When somebody asks you how you are feeling today, and when you say, I'm not feeling very good, These are the ones who will keep on probing further. Please tell me what happened. I need to know. I'm so concerned about you. Please tell me. Please tell me. Because when you are telling your painful stories to them, they are enjoying it internally. They're enjoying it so much that they feel that some justice is being met out to them, because they see themselves as victims. They feel like God has deprived them all the good things in life, whereas God has given all those things to you. Now, when they see you suffering, it makes them happy. There is a very soothing feeling in their heart when they can turn down your call for help, or when they see you in pain, or when you are losing in life, when you have lost your success, when you're no longer beautiful, when you have lost your money, some issue happened and you lost your fame or your reputation, or these are the ones who will be very happy. And then they will not want to talk to you, because now if they align with you or be your friend, they'll become the bad person. So they'll be the first ones to discard you. These people have a lot of victim stories to tell, because they are the victim and life was hard on them. Or they'll tell you a lot of fearful stories. When you are in their company, you are either listening to their painful stories, or you are listening to their fearful stories where they are being haunted by ghosts. Or very early on in the relationship, they will try to gain your trust, and they will ask you a lot of personal questions. And if some personal information comes out, they will use it against you. For example, if you have had a past bad relationship which you do not want to talk about, this person is there in your life, this covert narcissist is there in your life from say 20 years. So there is a level of trust. So maybe in some situation where you felt vulnerable, you sort of spoke about your past relationship, and you even made it very clear that you don't want to talk about it to anybody else, and that it should be kept under wraps. Somewhere in some WhatsApp group where you are along with this covert narcissist in it, and there may be 500 other members in that group, this covert narcissist will spill the beans. She will talk about your story, the secret story, and then when it goes to everybody's notice, everybody gets to know about it, and when you sort of ask her why she did it, she will say that I'm so sorry, I forgot that you wanted to keep it a secret. I don't know what came upon me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And then she will go into the group and again apologize there. I'm so sorry. She told me not to talk about a past relationship, but I still did talk about it. I'm so sorry. So these people keep on apologizing. They put themselves down. They stand next to you and they tell you, you're so beautiful. But I don't know when I will ever look like you, or maybe I don't know when I would ever be as intelligent as you are. So they're putting themselves down constantly, and they're attention seekers. Say, for example, you throw a party and you're the light of the party. There's something that you have achieved and you're celebrating your success. In this party, they start talking about their success stories to take away your light. Or they might use this party to shame you slightly. The way they shame you or insult you, they do it as a joke. This joke is insulting, but it is covered by humor. So many don't notice how bad the joke is. Even you may not notice the poison that is there in this joke. Or they might scream and shout in the party, saying something happened to them, so that everybody will now look at them. The overall mood of the party is spoiled. They brought down all the happiness in the party into a state of fear. And then they act like something has happened to them. Maybe they have had chest pain. And all that is an act. After a few minutes, they get up and they say they're okay now. So the remaining part of the party is now totally a low level energy, and now people are no longer interested in your happy moment because this person has taken away your happy moment. So this take away all your happy moments, and they want all the light to shine on them. These people are attention seekers. Say, for example, your friend asks you, "How are you?" And you say, "I'm on top of the world. I feel lovely." They don't like your answer. They say, "It's oh, I'm so happy that you're like that." They say that, but in that, they are covering up their jealousy. They are in competition with you. They want to pull you down. They're just standing next to you. They're looking for an opportunity to pull you down. The opportunity, the right moment, can come after 20 years of waiting. So when that moment comes, they just pull you down. They can stab you in your back. And even after getting stabbed, you will not believe that this person who was with me since my childhood, my schoolmate, my college mate, my best friend, is stabbing me in my back. Even then, you cannot believe it. This person has covered that grudge they hold against you. And the reason they hold a grudge against you is because they think that you're better than them. Maybe you're more beautiful than them. Maybe you're more intelligent than them. Maybe you're more successful than them. And when they're standing next to you, they don't feel good about themselves because they're constantly comparing how you look and how they look. They feel this inherent jealousy, this inherent, this very animalistic drive to destroy you. But this destruction or this feeling to destroy you is covered by a very beautiful smile externally. There are very few instances where the covert narcissist mask can fall off. If you don't catch them in those moments, you cannot catch them. For example, you won a lottery of $1 million and the covert narcissist is right in front of you. For a split second, you will see that they are disappointed. But then immediately they compose themselves and then they start smiling and they say, I'm very happy about your success. Or you can even identify the covert narcissist when, say, somebody is insulting you and they don't stand up for you. Or for a split second, their facial expression changes into a kind of a smile, a kind of a smirk, and they're actually enjoying that moment. It shows in their face. But within a split second, again, they can cover that and show some kind of a false concern towards you. Narcissists can act. They can see how others act in a particular situation when they're empathizing, and they just display those facial changes on their face. But internally, they're enjoying that you're getting insulted. And they will talk about that insult later on in life. They will keep you always reminded of that incident, but in a way that you are triggered, but they come out as your friend and they're supporting you. But when you are in that moment of fire, they don't stand up for you. And they have reasons as to why they don't stand up for you. They will ask you a lot of questions and they want to see how they can use your contacts. When you give them money, they do not want to return money. They'll have a lot of excuses not to return money because they want to take from you. But they will not say it out openly. Next thing is, these people are attracted to quick money making schemes. They can get into fraudulent ways of making money, but they don't talk about it openly because it will cause a dent in their public image, and they can trap their friends, even their spouse, in these scams. For example, if there is a man who is into some kind of a fraudulent business, He will make his wife the owner of the business. The wife is very happy. She feels that her husband loves her a lot, and hence, he has made her the owner of the business instead of he being the owner. And he tells her that also, you are the owner because I love you so much. I want you to own this business. But then he uses the business to do a lot of fraudulent things, and when things get exposed, it's the wife who goes to the jail. She has to pay for all the problems he has created. As a friend also, or as an advisor also, the covert narcissist, because you trust this person, they will give you wrong advices in certain situations in your life where you are confused about taking a decision, or where you are not able to take a decision. Maybe you had a major uh, heartbreak, major, maybe you are in a situation where you could use somebody's advice, and so you will turn towards this person because you trust this person the most. Here they will purposely give you wrong advice. They will give you advice to ruin you. And it is in these moments, they're waiting for these moments, these weak moments in your life to pull you down. Please remember that. They're just waiting there in the shadows. They cannot rise up with you, because when we're rising up in frequency, if you look at the picture here, when you're rising up in frequency, you're moving into better states of consciousness. But these narcissistic people, they operate from the lower states of consciousness. They will always want you to be in some level of guilt, shame, pain, fear, or desire. Okay, so they want you to have multiple affairs so that your marriage will get ruined. They will want you to invest money in wrong ways so that your finances will get ruined. They use their entire energy just to pull you down. The thing with the covert narcissist is they like to stress about, how important this relationship is. I am your best friend. This you will hear very often. And they will keep on telling you how much they love you, how much they like you. But all that is coming just from the lips and not from the heart. Because you're going by their words, you trust them. And they want that. And slowly they start giving you wrong advice. They slowly start maligning you behind your back. Whatever secrets they can get from you, they take those secrets and use it all against you. Because they don't like you internally, they hate you. They hate you so strongly that they want to destroy you. And these people are like that, damsel in distress. They are the victims. So they want somebody to come and rescue them. Many a times you will notice that these people suddenly they vanish. They don't call you. They are not in contact with you, and they resurface after a few months. And then they'll tell you some kind of emergency stories that something happened and hence they had to go out of contact. Many of these narcissistic people, when you fall in love with them and when they know that you are emotionally now attached to them, they create emergency situations. Suddenly a lot of havoc happens in their life. Now their business has gone into loss, so now they need about $50,000. Or they will say somebody is sick, they want money from you. Or they suddenly, they got tied up in some kind of a criminal activity which their friend did. They did not know that the friend was doing something wrong, and they got entangled in that business along with the friend, and now police are behind them, so they need money. There's this need for money to pull them out of the very damaging situation, which can uh, there is no other option for them but to commit suicide. So you'll have a lot of these type of emergencies in their life very early on in the relationship. Once you know that person for 2 to 3 months, there's sudden emergency now. He needs $50,000. They're testing how much you can give them. how much money you have, because their intention is not to live with you and build a relationship with you in a romantic relationship. Their intention is just to take from you and just throw you, because after that you are useless. They will use you physically, they will use your contacts, they will use your money, they will play with your emotions. And then when you are no longer useful to them, they just walk away. And the best way to walk away is to take all your money and walk away. So when you say that I have no money to give you, and that is why they ask you questions about all your personal matters, how much money you owe. They're trying to create a mental picture in how many different ways they can use you. Whether you are useful at all. If you're not useful, they don't want you in their life. So the moment you give them money and they know that you have money, there's again another crisis after a few months. Or maybe now, because the earlier crisis has moved away, they need money to start something, new investment. They will keep on taking money from you until the day you put down your leg and say, I have no more money, I can't help you, I'm already in loans. After that, this person will just leave. They will have some reason, they'll just discard you. Many a times they don't even tell you why they are discarding you. There is no closure. They just walk away out of your life. So if you're with a person who is constantly lying, because the covert narcissist, as I said earlier, the covert narcissist, they put all their energy into image building. So they will be constantly lying. Everything they have told you is a lie. Right from how many marks they have scored in school, where they have studied, where they are working, the facts in their life, everything that they have told you, everything is a lie. And many of these covert narcissists, they're good liars. So they fabricate stories and they just stick to that one storyline. Because when you are just repeating the same storyline, the chances of others getting to see that you're lying is less. So these people have carefully planned their entire fabricated story way ahead, as to how they will present themselves to somebody else. The story is running in their mind, and the same story gets repeated to you. Maybe you know that person for about 20 years. The stories are the same, and the same stories will be repeated every day. Maybe there are 4 or 5 types of main stories, 4 or 5 themes, and the same things get played on and on and on. And every day after talking to them, you will feel that you're consoling a friend who is crying every day, or you're trying to motivate a friend who has no confidence in herself. So here you're trying to lift up their spirits and they're just trying to pull you down. That is their intention. You're investing yourself in this relationship, whereas they are not. They're just investing in your downfall. Many times you will see these people clicking too many selfies. We all take selfies once in a while. Photos are a good way of storing memories, especially when you're in company of good friends. You want to keep those memories. But if somebody is just sitting and taking selfies, 100, 200 selfies a day, because they don't do anything productive or nice, because if they do something productive or nice, it will be useful to others. They will help others. They will not do that. They generally don't like to do anything productive or nice because it will make others' life easy. Their intention is not to help others. Even their own family members, they're reluctant to help them. So here they will spend their spare time clicking photos of themselves because they're so self-centered, or they'll use all their spare time building an image for themselves. Okay, and then you will notice that when they want to shine in your light, there is a relationship status there, and they only respect those people who have money or power or beauty or success. Otherwise, they just don't look at somebody who's poor or ugly or powerless. When they get exposed, when you happen to see through them and you realize that this person is not my friend, when they get exposed, because you no longer trust them, they lose their power over you. And how do you expose them? Because as I said earlier, these people are very difficult to spot. The easiest way you can spot them is in times where you really need help, they vanish. In times where you're very happy, there's a particular special day and that day is going to make you very happy, they will spoil that day. They can spoil that day by not coming on that day because they're wishing you or their presence is very important to you. When they think that it is that important, they will not come and they'll have a reason for it. Many a times they will just ignore your achievements. They will ignore the important days in your life. So they may not call you for your birthdays, anniversaries, but they will remind you after 1 month. Oh, I'm so sorry, I forgot about your birthday. I'm so sorry. So, let me wish you now. So here they're deliberately ignoring you so that you will feel pain on that day. You will feel, a little deprived of your friend's attention on that day. And in moments where there is some very good news and you suddenly look at them, you will notice that for a split second the mask has fallen out because they need some time to take composure of their body language. So in that split second where your good news is like a shock to them, it has hit that person as a shock and they're not happy that you are celebrating and enjoying. For a split second you will see the disappointment on their face before it gets covered by that happy mask again. So there are some situations where the mask can fall off, and the other better situation is where they go about bad mouthing you. If somebody is bad mouthing you, uh, if bad mouthing you will increase their image as a good person, or if they come out as more trustworthy with the other person, they will badmouth you. These people lack self-worth. They are always the victims in a situation. And the other thing is they always think that others are jealous of them. They even say things like there was black magic done on them. They don't change. So there's no point in trying to tell a covert narcissist that you need to change. They feel that life was unjust towards them. So, if they want others to get destroyed, it is okay. It comes from that pain, inner pain, that they are the victims. So they have a lot of motives, lot of jealousy, tantrums, fights, drama, crying. All this is part of their life. And if you allow them into your life, the same thing will enter into your life. But here it is more, there is more sophistication. All this is covered by, a nice smile or, sweet words. So, especially when you buy something, a very costly item, and when they see it, you will, though they appreciate the beauty of what you have bought, they might come back to you the next day and say, I wish I had money, I could also buy like you. I don't know when I'll get money like you. So when somebody is saying this, understand you're dealing with a covert narcissist. They are jealous that you're able to buy good things. And they're very dangerous in the sense that they can put seeds of poisonous thoughts in your mind when you are weak. They will very easily put in their poison into you. Maybe in certain situations where you're not able to take the decision, where there's a moral decision needed to be taken, and you're in anger, when you're caught up in anger, when you're caught up in the mood to take revenge, or you're not able to process your emotions correctly, you're in that destructive rage, because everybody experiences. So where you're not able to take the moral judgment as to what is right and what is wrong because you're in that rage, here they will feed poison and make you do the bad thing. Later on they will blame you for it. Because it is you who has taken or made the choice to go in that way. They will be very happy that you did the wrong thing. So you have somebody who's next to you as your friend, who's constantly praising you, who thinks you are great, you are the epitome of beauty, you are the epitome of intelligence, you are the epitome of success. They look up to you. You might think that this person just wants to be like me, maybe I'm a motivation to this person. But no, that person wants to destroy you. Now the last phase, the phase where a covert narcissist, as I said earlier, very difficult to identify this person. And many covert narcissists are there in our life, maybe since our childhood. We are sharing every bit of our information with them because we trust them. When the time is right, they will use all that against you. They're just waiting for the right moment, the moment where it is the most damaging to you. If you are not useful to them, they will automatically discard you. If they get exposed and you do not accept any of their excuses, they will still try to come back. They will say sorries, they'll fall at your feet. They will give you excuses as to why they behaved so badly in that particular situation. They will try to normalize the bad thing that they did to you. They will seek forgiveness. They will say that, a lot of emotional blackmail is there, and if you do not allow them back into your life, there will be a lot of guilt. They will try to make you feel guilty about the situation and that you are no longer trusting them. They will want you to trust them, because as long as you trust them, that is only when they can destroy you. If you don't trust them, they cannot destroy you. If they cannot destroy you, they don't want you in their life. They have to use you or abuse you or gain something from your presence in their life. If you're not useful to them, they just want to destroy you. So when you do not accept their apologies, they will create more drama. They will send others to talk on their behalf. They'll make it a big issue where, they accept that, they did something wrong. But here, what they did, it becomes a minor thing. But your stand that you will not let this person back into your life, that is shown as something very wrong to everybody around you. They will use your friends and family. They will come to you and then they will tell you, let her back into your life or let him back into your life. That person, maybe everybody does mistakes somewhere in life. It was just a mistake. And then if you give in to that pressure, or in a way you allow this person into your life, they're again waiting for the next moment where they can destroy. So this person is only using all their energy in destroying you. The covert narcissist cannot accept any image damage. So when you have exposed them in front of everybody, they come out as the bad person. They can't take that. You are the bad person. They're always the good person. For that reason, once you allow them back into your life, it looks like you are the wrongdoer and they were the victim. Later on, the story changes. The story changes, and whatever bad they have done is now covered up under how unjust you were with them. The way narcissists look at reality, how they relate to it, how they store memories, how they remove memories, it all changes. It is in a way disconnected from the actual facts of the situation. The story now revolves around them. They are the victims in the story. So the entire details of the story, the facts in the story, the emotions of the story, everything is changed. And everything is changed to paint you as the villain later on. It is only when we recognize these people, when you cut them away from your life, you will notice that suddenly your vibration level has gone up. Because these people are there in your life and they're just sucking away all your energy. So you need to cut them away from your life. Otherwise, you will not be able to experience higher states. There is no connection as such in that relationship. You are investing into that relationship thinking that there is some kind of a deep connection there, but everything there is a lie. The person is lying, the person's emotions are a lie, the person's stories are a lie, the person's bonding with you is a lie. It's like you're trying to build a relationship with lie. That is what it is exactly. So the faster you recognize this person and remove this person from the life, suddenly a lot of things that came with them, they go away with a lot with their removal from your life. You will notice that suddenly your vibration has shot up. There is no energy vampire in your life, because generally in a spiritual awakening process we will notice that the overtly aggressive narcissists, we spot them first and we remove them, we cut our ties with them because they're easy to spot. But then you will notice that you have these covert narcissists. These people are even more difficult to spot. So you will notice that much later in your spiritual evolution process, that is when you start recognizing the covert narcissists in your life. And that is where you're disconnecting yourself from this person. These people are just there to build an image for themselves. They don't care about you. You will see that they have very strong social media presence. They will keep on posting pictures about their good side, all those good things, how good their life is, whereas their life is in shambles. They will not put all that on the social media. No matter they'll be fighting with their spouse 20 hours in a day, but they post a very beautiful loving picture along with their spouse on the social media for everybody to like and praise. They need that external smile, that external uh, mask to look good in the external world. But the internal reality is totally different. So be careful with a covert narcissist, and once you spot them, remove them from your life. Namaste.